Isn't it?
Yeah? Jamming out?
Yeah.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. That's you, right there. Sitting on the couch. Get your feet off the couch. What the heck?
Ha!
Phoenix,
That's
Iowa,
funny.
Missouri, New York, San Diego, Vermont, all up in the house, Georgia, Connecticut, Austin.
Austin, Texas?
Popcorn done
Georgia.
just in time.
Ooh, man. Love popcorn.
Notorious.
X-Man.
What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up, X?
Still
Man.
got the Voss. Voss and
Voss.
Phoenix. LA. We were talking about LA today.
Mm-hmm.
Confidentially.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to LA.
You never saw the movie. LA Confidential.
LA Confidential?
It's okay. It's way outside
Probably
of your
not.
wheelhouse.
No.
Speaking of way outside of your wheelhouse, I should have put a link up to it. I totally forgot. Sidejag, the new YouTube channel with Hi-Fi Vega and myself, Thursday night.
It's up?
Well, it's up. There's nothing there. I should see if I could find that. I'd have to log out. Anyways, yeah, it's movie reviews and stuff about guys.
All right. So, tell us what's going on with that channel.
We're going to review a movie
Okay.
every week. Every week we'll
Okay.
review some form of a movie.
What day?
Thursday nights.
Every Thursday
Every
night?
Thursday
what time?
nights after we get done with Reverse Polarity. So Reverse Polarity is on Thursday nights on the Hi-Fi Vega channel.
Okay.
Then we're gonna shut that down, head over to Sidejag.
So it's
on
like
YouTube.
a 10 minutes.
10 minutes in order to get up, blow your nose, wipe your butt, take it, do off the morning
Shake
lily,
your
whatever
booty,
it
yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Refill my cup, and then we're gonna head into talking about movies. We got a lot of neat things we're gonna do
Okay.
because obviously we plan to have guests every week.
Nice.
It might take some work, but I'd love to have guests. I mean, honestly, I feel like there again, we're still working out the details, but I think like getting like viewers on as guests might be a good idea.
Yeah,
might be. We'll see how that goes.
You
That'd
guys
be
have
neat.
to try it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. It's going to a new car, which means I need you guys to come here.
Ha ha! Dude, man, I like it.
I like it the other way, but you come here.
No, I like his name now.
Who? I can't afford Morel either. What's up from Vegas?
I like it, man. I like it. You kill it.
When is Fernando going to be a guest? LOL.
I'm not into the... I do this. I do Instagram.
He's a putz is what he's
And
trying
I
to
do
say.
Facebook. That's it. That's the only place you're going
We'll get
to
him
see
on
me.
the show so that we'll get him on one night, probably later on down the thing. But dude, like it's gonna be a unique show. It's gonna have nothing to do with like Fernando's gonna have his kids on because he's got like 3,000 or 4,000 kids. I don't know what it is. Joking. Haley will be on it. I'm gonna try to get Sue on it, which will be a miracle if that
I don't
happens.
got time, man.
Whatever.
I don't got time
The
at
kids.
all.
What are you talking about? It's like 10 o'clock.
Exactly.
They're already in bed sleeping.
No. Everybody at home sleeps like around 12.
During the
1
week.
o'clock. Yeah.
You guys
Every
are
day.
dumb. Do you guys do alarms? No, we've officially stopped doing alarms. So that we can say it now. We're done. We're no more. None in inventory. We have nothing. So happy
What's up,
times.
Cali?
Happy times.
Saludos, Jose.
Half-inch or 5/8 cheek rate to go over 400 series RCAs if I'm buying from Electric Duck. Man.
So the
Like
the
over
half
the
inch,
end? Just the end to do what we do? Hold on.
The half inch is fine. This is half inch.
Is this half-inch?
That's half
Okay,
inch.
Yeah, it's half-inch.
It's little tight.
Well, you could take a pair of duckbills. So
Yep.
first off, it's 3-to-1. It's not 2-to-1. It's 3-to-1. But if you take your duckbills and slide, like if it's not going over it really, like, because it depends on how long it's sat on the shelf. Because it's shrink wrap, it tends to, like, it automatically just shrinks. Like when we get brand new stuff in, it slides over like butter. But, you know, when you get like a 500-foot roll and you're only cutting off like a 1/4 inch at a time, it tends to stay on the shelf for a while. And it's the heat from the sun and... So all you have to do is take your duckbills, pliers, and just kind of stick them in there and do one of these things, and then you slide it over and it shrinks right down. So
There you go. See, you got plenty of guesses now.
what are we talking about?
El Fuego needs to be a guess.
What do you mean? You're an authorized Viper retailer? LO, just kidding. Actually, we're not. We don't. I mean, they might have us on their website, but we're not because I don't have access to their. I think they just need to update their website. I think that's one of those things when AudioVox bought them, or Vox bought them, they, but, we don't have access to any of their
look
stuff.
at that.
What?
You're going to be right there in Tennessee. Fan of the Truth is in Tennessee.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Will be right
we'll be in Gatlinburg at some point.
Nice.
Yeah. Thoughts on the Nav TV piece for the 16 Silverado with Bose versus PAC, Amp Pro, DSR1, and DSR1 I have. So we've done the Nav TV piece and we've done the PAC piece, and they both work the same way, meaning you have to keep the factory amplifier in there. I didn't notice a noticeable sound difference between the two, so we're going to go with the path of least resistance on this one, which is just get the PAC piece.
Yeah.
So PAC piece and the DSR1, and then we rock on from there.
And I'm able to change my equalizer settings on my factory head unit without messing up my tune on the kicker key amplifier. You guys install it. I'm just waiting a bit more bass until I get a power sub.
That is a wonderful question, Ethan, and we get that a lot with customers as well as viewers. And let's expand that out to a little bit broader topic. If I have a DSP in my car and it's all tuned to a specific curve that is made to sound good, as it were, with everything, all right? So like one ring to rule them all. What if I'm listening to music that doesn't have a lot of treble on it? Let's say it's an older recording where the treble isn't as vibrant as I want it.
Okay.
Or in his case, let's say maybe he's listening to some older like rock that doesn't have that like today's music would have. So what do you do? Well, you have bass, mid, and treble controls on the factory radio, right? Well, yes, you can easily go in and use those as what's called a global EQ. A DSR1 actually has one of these built into it. They have the 31 band EQ for each channel, all 8 channels, and then they have the global EQ that sits on top of it, which is a 7 band EQ, which does the same thing as your radio's 3 band EQ, which allows you to go and say, hey, I would like a little bit more treble. And there we have a little bit more treble. The only recommendation I give everyone is that, like, look, if you're seeing that you're turning this treble all the way up to like plus 10 or like 1 away from the end, you're doing something wrong. Like, there is something tragically wrong here.
Yeah.
But to salt and pepper the music, as it were, yeah, if you want to go 2 or 3 up on the bass and treble or a little bit more mid-range, of course you can do that. Yeah. You just have to keep in mind that you are boosting a signal so that at certain levels it's okay, in certain levels it's not okay. So for example, if you're a balls to the wall all day long kind of guy and you like playing it up nonstop, well then using those features you have to be real particular on, because you're adding gain above and beyond where your distortion point is. However, if you're like most people where you're just listening at a normal listening level and you're like, I really wish my tweeters were a little bit more active like they are when it's louder, then yeah, boosting your tweeter up will give you that. Just remember that when you turn it full blast, you may need to rail them back down a bit so you don't accidentally pop your tweeters. But no, there's nothing wrong with using your bass, mid, and treble on your factory radio, or in the case your aftermarket radio. One of the great joys I had was using the Kenwood's new XR, the big floater that I had in the Camaro. It had the parametric EQ built into it. And though I had a DSP, I was super stoked to play with that because I was like, oh my God. And yes, it was great. I immediately went in there, I started tweaking the settings, and oh my, it was like, oh, this sounds great. So.
Yeah. All right, so Flying 99, thank you for the 5, man. Let's say live got in the way of personal install. Is there a shell live for speakers and subs? Does it hurt to store them?
So basically what we're asking is there a shelf life for speakers? Yes, there is a shelf life for speakers. However, the easiest way to keep that in mind is if you're going to store a set of speakers, first off, store them flat, and then maybe once a year rotate the box. So basically what we're talking about is if the speakers are sitting like this, flip it 180 degrees and let it sit like this for that same amount of time. What happens in a speaker is that usually gravity will take its gravity and heat will take their toll on the speaker and cause the soft parts of the speaker to start to sag. So if you're constantly flipping it like a steak or a hamburger, you don't have to worry about that. I used to have a buddy of mine that was a customer for years that he worked on organs. And they used to have a 48-inch subwoofer. Okay, that would play the low notes for the organ. And what he would do is every year, one of his things when he go turn his organs was to rotate the subwoofer 90 degrees.
Okay.
So every year he would unscrew it and rotate it 90 degrees so that it would never stay. Because what would happen is the cone is so heavy and it's sitting like this, is it would eventually do this if you didn't rotate the cone. So by constantly rotating the cone, you would never run into that problem. So yes, if you have to store speakers for a long period of time, just rotate them. You know.
Nick say thank you for the tip and thank you for the 5, man. All right. Now, the thoughts on Jeff Smith coming to the show and help you realize the questions you have. Oh, I love it.
So you know what they're talking about, right?
Yeah. I watch it and I'm like, dude, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. So we're excited.
Yeah. I was like, for the first time because I watch it, I watch it and everything. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's gonna be cool.
Okay, so I think it was Fang said, at heart, I feel Haley's a country girl.
Yeah.
No.
It is not.
I mean,
Thanks, Ethan.
I feel she likes country music, but like past that, nah. Like she's not doing cowboy boots. She's not doing outdoorsy stuff. Yeah, that ain't happening.
All right, Ben. Thank you for the 10, man. Dean Fernando, I can't wait until I get my install done from you guys.
I can't wait either.
Can't wait. Thank you.
For Sidejag, are we supposed to watch the movie before or during the show? You're going to watch the movie before the show. So we gave you
all right,
the
so
movie to
how
watch.
that thing is going to work?
So the idea is every week we're going to give you a movie that we're going to watch and we're going to talk about. If you want to watch it and play along, or if you don't want to watch it, if you want to see what we thought of the movie. So for example, like a lot of times here, you'll watch a movie and I'll be like, well, just tell me about it.
Yeah.
And see if I want to watch it, or you'll be like, tell me about it so I can figure out if I want to watch it, or don't tell me about it because I want to watch it. So the idea is we're going to watch, he and I will watch the movie. And
so when is the first one? This Thursday?
Thursday is the first one.
Now, can we know what kind of movie they're going to
we already put it up. It's on his
there
thing. I don't remember what it is because I totally suck. I picked the movie. I've already forgotten it.
Perfect.
It's
so,
like the
all
sound,
right.
I think it's on Amazon. I think it's like The Sound of Metal. It's the drummer guy that loses his hearing.
Okay.
It looked really cool. Plus, it had something to do like audio related because like we all, as we get old, like right now, I hear the ringing in my ears louder than I hear my own voice. So
that's the sound of metal.
Spectacular.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's the sound of metal.
Did Metro have a DSP add-on? Actually, they have a DSP.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Metro. Actually, the T-harnesses we used to buy were for the add-on DSP. They kind of got hip to the game and we're like, everyone's just buying the T-harnesses and we're not selling any DSPs. Well, screw that. We're just going to package the DSPs with the T-harnesses now. So we still buy the T-harnesses, just now we get a DSP with it that we don't use. We just use it as a preamp. So
dude,
it happens.
I love those movies.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
That is the sound of metal. Bro, it's so metal. Nando, recommend to Dean...
La India Maria. Oh, dude, that's a hilarious movie.
Is it in Spanish?
Yes.
Subtitles? Dude, I can't do subtitles.
It's a lady. No, but I don't think they have subtitles for that, man.
I can't do subtitles.
It's just funny the things that she.
I like when they do subtitles when people are speaking English.
Like
it's just because they're speaking so bad English, they just put like comic book subtitles up, and it's like Siskel and Ebert, baby. Dude, who didn't watch Siskel and Ebert? I take that back. A lot of people on here don't even know who Siskel and Ebert are. But yeah, I used to watch that all the time. Let me tell you what. I'm a big movie fan. All right, I love movies. I love everything about movies. Last night when I sat there comatose in the chair because of shot number 2, and I was just like this, drool coming out of my. I just watched movies. Like I watched 4 or 5 hours worth of just straight movies, and to me, that's a perfect night. COVID has killed movies for me, which sucks because I love movies.
Will the D6-1200 be too much for the Kenwood 7-inch components? Running them active.
Ooh.
I don't think it will be too much.
No. Power, okay.
Yeah, like you said, yeah.
Power is never the problem, guys. Like, power is never the problem. Power is one of the things in life that is fixed. Like, if you have 120 watts, you got 120 watts. If you got 75 watts, you got 75 watts. That's not what's killing the speakers. It's everything you do around that power that is killing the speakers, okay? 125 watts is not going to hurt that speaker. What's going to hurt that speaker is an improper crossover, a bad EQ, and the gain set wrong. With 125 watts on that speaker, you could run that gain all the way off and have just glorious distortion-free sound, pumping those things out and making those things sound magical as hell. One of the Dodge Rams I bought, Kenwood used to make this 4x100 amplifier that I bridged to a pair of 6x9. So I was running like 250 watts to a 6x9 along with 410s. And let me tell you what, it sounded amazing. It was wonderful. Tons of power all day long. Yeah. But
So-
keep in mind, your electrical system will hate you for
You
it.
see right there?
What?
RBH.
What
All
do
the
you
way
say?
in the bottom.
Oh,
Right there.
who's going to paint their lips purple? Dean, not me, man. Bert and Erky, Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch. I was thinking more of the guys from the Muppets. Ha ha! Yeah, I like the Muppets guys. Went to see Mortal Kombat today. Had 2 seat spacing between parties.
Nice. I want to see that tonight.
I was gonna watch Mortal Kombat last night, dude. If AT&T, baby, just call them up. Be like, hey, I have something from AT&T. Give me HBO.
HBO.
Yeah, here you go.
HBO. Yeah, definitely.
Either way, I was gonna watch it last night, but I was like, "What's up, fellas? High five! Do me a favor, put a link to Sidejag in the show notes for me, please.
7
and
to
also
10.
tell us what movie we're watching on Thursday.
All right.
Because I keep forgetting.
So Mortal Kombat is a 7 to 10. Not bad.
What's that?
He rated
Oh, 7 out of
to
10?
That's pretty good.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna
all
watch
right. So that's gonna let us know how he rates movies. Because if it sucks, then we know that.
All right.
his
What?
skewed.
So in the end of the
Any
on
experience
the
with PS
comments,
Audio?
you
No.
guys gonna rate that movie?
I don't know if we're gonna rate it. So
Why not?
I have a plan to do things differently.
Oh, okay.
So we have some really neat ideas. So we're gonna just kind of play it out and see what happens.
All right.
Okay. Apparently components are preferred method for front stage speakers. I was thinking more speakers the better, and sound I'm running three-way, two-way. What's the downside of coaxial speakers? The downside of coaxial speakers is really just aligning everything up for the said stage. So when you like if you have a tweeter here and a tweeter here, that's what's going to confuse things, because when you have your tweeter here and you move those tweeters out to the same area, and you have your mid-range here and you line those to the area and you have your mid-bass, so you get the solar system of sound that we've talked about in the past. Well, when you have 4 tweeters and you're not going to get those able to align with themselves, so you're going to crush that image across the center. So yes, that's why they're saying to get imaging, so to speak, having coaxials is very difficult. It's not impossible, but you're never going to have that like perfect soundstage with a set of coaxials up high in the dash and a set of coaxials down low in the door. It's just not going to happen, because that tweeter is constantly going to screw up that tweeter. But you could do it. It's just, it's not going to be tight like you want. Speaking of coaxials, one of the coaxials you guys often ask about. We're watching The Sound of Metal next Thursday, 8:10 Central Time, which is
Metal next
something like that. Anyways,
There you go.
Sound of Metal, you find it at Amazon Prime. One of the most popular coaxials that we get like all the time is a 3.5, and it's brought to us by, we've talked about this countless times. It's an amazing 3.5-inch speaker by a company called Illusion. For those of you that never heard of Illusion Audio, let's head over here to the website. Hold on, I have it right here. This is the Illusion website. You can find it at Illusion Audio. This is the C3CX 3-inch coaxial system. And Okay. This is going to be the most expensive 3.5-inch coaxial ever. All right. So for those of you guys that are like, whoa, yeah, this is it. Now, Illusion makes some really amazing speakers. They're brought to us by the same people that bring in Focal and Glade and Moscone. It's an ultra high-end brand, as you can tell from the pricing. One of the other things that they make in this line is their subwoofers. They have which a lot of people have seen the subs. They have the inverted magnet subwoofer. This is the magnet on the front, so you have a very shallow mount subwoofer system. There's no magnet here on the back. Did you turn both of those on?
Yep.
All right, so
I'm just waiting because it's gonna take a few minutes.
But so Illusion has a really neat. They also make an 8-inch that a lot of people will use in the doors as an 8-inch mid bass. But the 3.5 is what we want to talk about today. Let's see if the camera's up. And there it is.
Ooh! Look at that.
So what we have is a passive crossover network. A lot of people that buy these are going to be running them full active. And then we have this. This is the sweetness here. All right, so they've pushed the tweeter in as far as they can, which is good, so that you cut down on the arrival time so that they'll both get to you at the same time. And on the back side, you have a Neo magnet. You have your tweeter terminals and you have your mid-range terminals located on here. Don't remove this because your warranty is void. This is number 268. All right, so as you can guess, they don't sell a ton of these. These I think have a retail in the $700 range. Metal tweeter. Obviously, you're going to want a metal tweeter because it's a smaller size tweeter, so you're going to need something that's going to be loud and get you that nice, bright sound that you're looking for out of a tweeter. Looking at yep, go ahead.
If you use the crossover,
yes.
How do you go?
So we have input for tweeter, input for mid bass. So this is a bi-amped tweeter crossover. So this is a bi-amp crossover. You can obviously put jumpers here. Let's pop the top. All right, so inside you won't need to put jumpers. You flick the switch this way, it's bi-amp, so you can basically put a 4-channel amplifier on these 3.5s. Single amplifier, just use it as a 2-channel. So like if you're gonna do a 3-way set, you could put it on single, use channel 1 and 2 to power these, channel 3 and 4 to power whatever you're gonna put in the mid bass.
What about the jumpers right there?
These are gonna be for your tweeter attenuation.
Okay.
You have -1, -2, -3 dBs of attenuation, which I believe you can stack on top of one another.
I think you can go up to 20, like 9.
Yes, because you can stack them all on top. It'd be 6.
Yep.
Yeah, because 1 plus 2
3
is
6,
3.
9.
3 plus 3 is 6.
3, 6, 9.
No, it's just 6.
Okay.
Total of 6. It's okay, regardless. Back up just a little bit. Perfect. So then you have your outputs here. And of course you have a really nice looking passive crossover network. But these are them. These are the speakers that everybody, kind of talks about, and then they go, holy crap. But this is the standard. This is the standard which everybody is judged by, but it's not an apples to apples comparison because, like I said, these are going to be your most expensive set of 3.5-inch coaxials, period. But they sound really, really good, and they will melt your ears off the side of your head.
Nice.
So that's those. If anybody has any more questions, we'll have them out here. We can show you. But if you'd like to learn more about the Illusion Audio brand, you can find that at illusionaudio-america. Sorry, illusionaudio-america.com, and that is America with an A. America, not just America. So, Illusion Audio is a wonderful company. They're made out of India. In case anyone needs to know these things, the people that own Orca also distribute these as well. So.
All right, Ryan, thank you for the $4.99, man. Could you guys do a live show on a tuning session, maybe with Jeff, to show tips and tricks with an audio control or other software?
Yeah. I think once things finally get back to a little bit of normalcy in the world, then yeah, I don't see any reason why we couldn't do that.
Thank you, Tordor.
That's good, El Fuego. I may be disillusioned if I think I can afford those. What do you think about Sundown speakers? Honestly, I really haven't had an opportunity to hear their mids and highs. Most of what people bring in here is their subwoofers, which, there again, we all know they have some very impressive subwoofers.
Hey, man. Thank you for the support, man.
Thank you. Almost 30 minutes in. Almost, but not quite.
Almost.
Dang. Good afternoon, Dean and Fernando. Thank you both for helping your viewers make very good decisions in upgrading car audio. I need some help with my system. Well, then ask a question and hopefully we can get to it. Accord with Access DSP, I went from 901.5 to the LC 5.1300, but I can't get the same bass response in my L7T. Also, can't get it to stage as well. Any suggestions? Did you start retuning the amplifier? Did you retune the Access DSP? I'm assuming you tried to retune it. Because each amplifier is going to have a little bit different sound signature. So, like, when you swap amplifiers, you have to start over from scratch. Like, I would start over. Like, I would just delete the tune or make it a preset and try a different preset. Anytime we have to do something like that, which we had to do this week, it's just easier to start over and go from there.
And not changing amplifiers. Actually, we change a radio.
Yeah.
In this situation, we change the radio and retune the whole thing. So,
I mean, the amplifiers though are going to have an inherently different sound because the characteristics that builds one amplifier is not the same that builds another amplifier. Your Kenwood amplifier may had some equalization done to it that the audio control is not going to have because it's going to be more flat sounding, whereas the Kenwood is going to have that Kenwood salt and pepper that they put into it.
And that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just how they build it. You know?
Yeah.
Because I have one and they sound really nice.
I want to do Hertz, upgrade an 07 Suburban, and add 212s later in a sealed box. Would you recommend a 5-channel amp or 2-amp setup? Thank you. Let's pose it like this. Do I want to do a 1-amp system or a 2-amp system? And the only reason why, this is a wonderful question because earlier this week, our friends at Audio Control, Mr. Matthew Palumbo, did a whole training, which you can find their stuff on YouTube at Audio Control. If you just search Audio Control on YouTube, they have their wonderful channel here. And they just, which you could find last week's, or this week's I should say, session, probably up on their Facebook page. But one of the things they talked about was doing a 1-amp system, meaning just building multiple 1-amp systems, such as a 5-channel amplifier to power everything. I, of course, who's that guy? Oh, that's me. Oh, wow, that's neat. I guess I was on there at one point. I, of course, am a big fan of doing a 1-amp system. Like, I love a 5-channel amplifier. To me, I think it solves a lot of issues with how things are done. The drawback to that is that everything kind of has to play nice with one another. Meaning, there's no reason why you can't take and put 2 subs, 12-inch, on a 5-channel amplifier, such as that one, and get a tremendous amount of bass out of it. What you want to do is try to look at the efficiency and power handling of the subwoofer, and as long as they all play together nice, then you'll end up with a great result. So for example, like the gentleman that mentioned sundown woofers. You don't want to buy 2 giant sundown woofers and try to power those off of the 500 to 600 watts that comes off of that 5-channel amplifier. What you might want to look at is, let's say, some of their more smaller magnet, more efficient drivers. I'm just going to call it like a Rockford P2 or a Kicker Comp R. That work well with that normal amount of power and put out a ton of bass.
Right.
Also, I know if you're looking at the Hertz line, Hertz does also make like their smaller line woofers that are super efficient. Like, wow, like, yeah, man, they will get up and dance. So not go full milli, but maybe look into their step downs. I know they make one up from the Dici. We don't use a lot of their subwoofers, but yes, look at some of those, and yeah, you'll get good results with that 5-channel amplifier, or just do one bigger 12-inch woofer if you don't want to take up space. But me personally, 2 subs, super, moderate, I'm going boom, 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 boom.
Hey, Gary. Thank you for the 10, man. We appreciate it. Do you know if a Knowledge Fest is gonna happen?
Knowledge Fest is going to happen. The first Knowledge Fest will be in June.
In June 25th, I think.
I think yes, 24th. 20th. I just happen to have a calendar right here.
Oh wow. Look at
April, May, because we got to hurry up and get that car done. It's June 26th, 27th.
25th.
25th, 26th, 27th. It's going to be in Orlando. And then if we skip a month and we go to August, Dallas is the 26th through the 29th, which is actually probably the 27th through the 29th. And then, this is the weird one. They're going to go ahead and do Indy, but they're going to do it in like November? Or no, October. So they're doing it the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th in October, which we're probably not going to do because we're looking at November doing SEMA, which is the first week in November. That to me sounds way more fun. And we'll definitely be doing SEMA because we'll be hanging out with our folks there at Audio Control. That's right. Chris and the boys, chilling, hang out with Alex. You know, big pimping in the Audio Control booth.
So if you guys over there are Vegas and going to SEMA, we're going to be there, right here.
Teen, have you ever hooked up a DMA10?
The input signal is hot on both sides, but the output signal is only giving me the right side.
Okay.
Not the left. RTA is showing signal and everything. It's really weird.
Yes, that is weird. No, I haven't had that problem. Make sure if you're using the DMRTA though, even though the DMRTA has 2 inputs on it, it is actually only 1 input. So it's not a left and right input. No, that's strange. And that's where their wonderful 5-year warranty comes into place.
5 year, but 5 year.
Yeah, that's pretty. See you at SEMA. Dude, honestly, I can't wait for SEMA. I'm super excited about that.
All right.
But no, I haven't seen that problem with the DM810. It's definitely a weird one. But if you've done all the software updates, stranger things have happened, man. That is for sure. I mean, it's just how things go.
Truck, thank you for the 5, man. Need help with my 13 Mini Cooper. What harness do I need? I have the base system, no amplifier. Also, what can you recommend for sub setup in the tiny booth?
There again, metraonline.com is going to be the place you want to go to figure out what harnesses you need, because that's where we would go, is just go to metraonline.com. Here's their information right here.
Yeah.
Go to metraonline.com. We would just use that information and figure it out from there. As far as what's going to fit in the boot of that, a lot of the times we just do downfiring subwoofers back there because it's so small. In the past, you know, we used to do the Pioneer downfiring subwoofer, which Kicker actually makes a clone of now with their entry-level comp driver. But they also have the Comp RTs, which is the single 10 or 12 with the matching passive radiator. Something like that back there, that way you can still keep all that storage, would be wonderful. Small amplifier, like say maybe a Key 501 up underneath the front or rear seats, or in the side panel even, would just bang the hell out of that car. You'd be like, woo, baby!
Hopefully I can catch you guys here in Dallas in June. No, June is gonna be.
No, it's July. Or no,
Dallas. June is gonna be here in Orlando.
Yeah.
August is gonna be in Dallas.
Is it August? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's always in Dallas.
Don't worry, we'll let you guys know. I mean,
Yes.
it's August. Yeah.
It's always in August.
Is it August?
Yeah.
26th through the 29th. We'll be in August. We're gonna.
Confusing, man.
It is confusing, but
No.
don't worry. Once Dallas for us, I want to, because last time we talked to Mel, and for those of you guys who don't remember Mel.
Thank you, David. Thank you for the support, man.
On you, but Mel's the one that gave us this cool little trophy.
He don't want this. He just won.
Yeah. But hey,
big
look,
one.
and I'm bummed because I didn't get him to sign it. So next time he's in town, I have him sign it. Mel's the one that gave us this cool little trophy. Anyways, he's an SPL nut.
He is.
He's also the Pack Phantom out of Texas. So I want to hook up with him and then have him drive us around to some of the dealers in the area just to go check stuff out. that was the plan that we tried to do, because it'd be really neat to go see MTI.
Oh,
but there
yeah.
again, the problem is everything in Texas is like 200 miles, and so it's like to go one
Everything
place
is
takes
big in
half a damn
Texas.
day. So, yeah.
All right, Zach, thank you for the 20, man. For sound quality component set, in like the $200 range,
Ooh.
sick Twitter. What would you recommend?
$200 range?
$200 range. You can do the Morels.
They're about $220. I think those are $220, $230.
I mean,
so,
it's a
little bit
$200
more.
range. Not bad. Hey, Bobby.
You could check out the Maximos. So check out the Morel Maximos. We just talked about those on the Instagram show.
I mean,
they're really close to that.
Checking
that
the
price.
Maximus. So the Maximus.
No, the O. They have the O in it, not the U.
So the US is
US is the full Maximus. So that's a full line. The Maximo.
that's like a $300 range.
They're more.
Oh wow.
They're a lot more. But
Okay,
they,
so
but they
the
make
Maximo.
all of them. The Maximo is one speaker. It's a 6.5 component set, and it's fabulous.
It is.
MTI is a long way from Dallas.
And you
It
can
is a
check.
long way from Dallas.
I'm sorry. Go to the Morels. You can check the Nissan on the three-way set that we did. Did you put the video on that?
I have no idea.
Probably. Well,
I don't think
I
we
mean,
did.
yeah, but we did one. It sound phenomenal. So
Those were the Ultimos.
no, that was the Maximos.
Was it the Max?
That was the Maximo.
What was the Maximus then?
Yeah.
US, not O.
No, that was the O.
No, it wasn't, because the Maximo is a two-way speaker only, a 6 and a tweeter. The Maximus
Is
is
it a three-way set? Okay.
there's only one speaker in a Maximo.
Okay.
Morel makes it difficult.
I know. It's just
There's only one speaker in a Maximo.
Check
it's
Morel.
a 6.5 tweeter. That's
Yeah.
it. Yes, as I was saying, MTI is far away from Dallas, so we were thinking about like flying into Houston and then like driving past it, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll probably also be like, screw this, let's just go to bed and like not do any of that because we're tired. So we'll figure it out.
all right.
Fight!
Yeah, that's fight tonight. Tonight is a fight. That's good.
Maximo was a car.
I'm gonna say MMA Terry. Thank you for the fight, man. If you put 4.8 subs in an F-150 and they are all the same, should I run 2 of them sealed and 2 ported?
No. One big box.
Just one big box.
One big box.
And you can check the box from
Say it. Say it.
Bobby Gailey.
Yes.
If you want a box for 4.8s, you should check that because
MTI will make a pretty box, but
MTI will make a pretty box and everything.
But if you want a slamming crazy 8-inch box and you got some coin to
Bobby
spend
Gailey
on
may
it, Bobby
do that.
Gailey will not disappoint. Everything that man touches, just for one, is gorgeous. Oh my
it's
God,
beautiful.
it's so
Beautiful.
so beautiful, man. I don't even own a truck.
Handcrafted.
I don't even own a truck, but I want to own one of those boxes.
I don't care. I just want that box.
Yeah,
and
it's
I would
like-
put it on top of the G35.
It's like, oh my! I love his ports. I love
the shape.
love that
The shape that he
flange.
does in the front.
If you
for
guys
the
haven't
subs,
seen the Gately boxes, for one, really, but two, they're just man. that guy,
who doesn't have
they're so
Bobby.
nice.
Michael Scott, thank you for the 20, man.
Also, before we forget, WireCare is still running that deal till the end of the month,
Yes.
so you still got that. Basically, if you
T-shirt?
want to get the T-shirt from them, the T-shirt of the
Get jacked.
month. Get jacked, which is like the coolest. It's the coolest T-shirt ever. If you haven't seen it, head over to WireCare. You can check it out. You can get our ugly mugs on there. But if you go to wirecare.com/5-star and spend $25, you get the shirt.
You only have to get it if you type this
Yes,
URL.
If you go to their place without this URL, you're not going to get the deal.
You have to spend 50.
You're right, but if you want to spend $25, so literally get some Flexi Loom. I mean, we all need Flexi Loom. We all need
Heat
shrink
shrink,
wrap.
anything.
But
$25. man.
$25 using the URL www.wirecare.com/5-star. $25 will get you the coolest shirt ever. And I'm so happy that they gave us that shirt to show because it is like it's sitting on my dresser and I'm like, oh, I was gonna wear it again on the hi-fi show and I was like, dude, I wear it all the time.
So Gabby asked me, "Oh my God, I like that shirt," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's only for me."
I was thinking about ordering another one too, just like cause they're neat.
Yeah,
but
they need. All right, Jay.
yes, thank you. It is the Morel
Maximo Ultra 603s.
is the 3-way set.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say. That's the Maximo. That's what we did, the 603s.
I'm so confused.
I know.
Is it Maximus then?
No, Maximus is the top of the line.
Grab the brochure. This is ticking me off.
All right.
Grab the old brochure.
I know. I got
Because
it.
it's not. Yeah, grab the old brochure. All right, time out.
Hang on, guys.
Time out.
Hang on.
All right, Maximo.
That's what we did.
Yes,
That
we
one.
did the Maximo.
Three-way.
So it's the Maximus.
Maximus.
With the U.S.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry.
Yes.
Fernando, I apologize.
Oh my God, I'm right! Yes! Yes!
He acts like that doesn't happen a lot.
It doesn't happen.
The U.S., the Maximus. So it's the Maximus 602 V2 is what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, those are the ones we want to talk about here. You know, what, grab the cam. We'll just go.
So you guys can see it.
Yeah. All right. So here's what we've been talking about. These are the Maximus 602Vs. It's a 6.5 tweeter combination. It's the only speaker they make in this line. The speaker set that Fernando was talking about is on the next page, which is the Maximo with an O Ultras. So, and in this line they make, and then of course they have the tempos.
Yes, that's right.
But the Ultra makes the 603, I think. Either way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it the Tempo Ultra? Either way.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the old brochure.
Yeah.
Either way, that's what we're talking about. So
All
us,
right.
Maximus is the deal.
Mark this day, Nando. Yeah, no
Show it
kidding.
while you can.
Hey, I do it every time. You know, it doesn't happen too much. So.
It's not for the first time. Trust me, it's not for the first time. I'm
490.
not that bad. I really am not. I just sit back and watch, man. I just sit back and
that's
watch.
what I do all the time.
Yeah. I mean, how did you like your amp rack?
Which one?
How did you like building that amp rack that you had to build today in that car?
Oh yeah.
You know.
I don't like it. It's just it's
No,
fine. Yeah.
because like we got another one of those in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
So we're probably not going to do that amp rack.
I know. No. All right. Jay, thank you for the $4.99, man. Put in Kenwood 1007, the 1007 XR into the RAM 2500 using RR2. What do I hook it up? Green parking sensor, wire to. What do I lose if I just follow the directions?
So the green emergency brake wire is put on there so that what it's designed to do is that while you're driving, they don't want you to go into and do settings, meaning like get into the back end settings of the system.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'll lock out the clock and like programming Bluetooth phones. They also will lock out anything that's video orientated. So, and that's where it's not as important anymore because most of these radios, they don't have DVD players. They don't have, like everything is going to be on some portable media thing. So if you're never planning on watching video while in motion, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Hook it up to the green wire on the RR. It's just know that when you're trying to get into your settings, you have to push the emergency brake, lock it on in order to get into those settings.
Yeah.
Now, all it's looking for is a ground. All right, that's it. It's not going to give you a pop-up that says there's some weird emergency brake going on. It's not going to do anything like that. The wire is stupid. It's literally just looking for a ground to be placed on it to unlock those features. So you now have the information. Pick one you like and just do it.
All right. For 0 gauge wire loom or the
braided loom.
The braided loom that we use is 3/4.
You can do half.
You can do half.
But like half on a long run sucks.
Yeah.
On a short run, half is okay because it's like you're not gonna like
when you do a 1/2 inch, like you cannot bend it easily.
It gets really
Yes.
Just what happened. So like a 3/4, you get the same flexibility that you see here. On 1/2 inch, it pulls it tight.
Yeah.
So like on a short run like this, that you're gonna be doing like some like you're gonna see it. I would put half on this if this was going to be in one of my boards where it was going to be out, and I'm only going to, let's say, maybe do a tight 90 like this, because the half will be all right. You will see more of this color show through, which some cases suck. So like if you're just going to do blue wire for the whole thing, because the
bad.
exterior knows what you're running, positive and negative. Hold on.
Yeah.
When you do the 1/2 inch, the color of the wire will show through more. So the 3/4 does, because the weave stays tighter, will hide if you're just doing like one color 0 gauge for everything.
All right.
Oh my god.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's terribly bad.
Martha the mechanic.
Sure,
Martha mechanic.
Yeah.
$4.99. Thank you, man. 2019 F-150 7-speaker stereo. Should I force can and do RCAs to the Helix DSP3 or the EQ with force can and dual speakers level inputs? Try a DSR-1 twice and no go.
We've run into the DSR halftime. So what the DSR-1 is doing with the AR technology is basically the force scan. Okay, that's what it's doing. It's just doing it on a real basic level. If you're fluent with force scan and you understand how force scan works and the repercussions and all the things that go with force scan, go into there, turn off the EQ, and set it to line voltage output. That is what the DSR-1 is doing. There's no secret there. They're not trying to hide anything. That is 100% what it's doing. So yes, if you can do that and have the ability, by all means, program it that way. Turn off the fake engine noise if it's a 3-liter, and solder some RCAs onto it. Go directly into the processor, and it's wonderful. Like, we've done it every F-150 we've done since we've gotten the AR or the DSR-1. AR is still in beta. It sounded fabulous. It's way nicer. It just, you don't have to sit there and DEQ it for 20 minutes. So by all means, yes, do it. You'll be way happier. Sorry, you'll live.
Ow.
Hey, if you'll notice on the bottom of the screen, that's the wire ruler.
That's the wire
D wire ruler.
D.
For those of you that want to have cool wiring, zip tied down, because why not? I don't know. But if you want to, or you just want to make sure that like your wires are nice and neat, you don't have to put a zip tie every 1.25 inches like I do. It's not necessary. The nice thing is if you want to do, like, let's say 2.5 inches, skip every hole.
Oh, right there.
If you want to do 1.5 inches, yeah.
Oh, hang on, I'm trying to figure
I was going to
it out.
say,
1,
good luck.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Point
Okay.
is, if you want your wiring to be more on point, head over to mobilesolutions-usa.com and pick yourself up one. Green just so happens to be one of the most popular colors. Green and blue are what everyone is using.
Saludos, Carlos.
So we just got done making a whole new batch of green and blues. So
that looks good.
these are getting sent out. First part of next week, we'll be sending out a whole new batch of these over to there.
So if you guys want one,
yep. So
Mobile Solutions, Big 3, the bigger battery, second battery.
say what?
The Big 3.
Big 3.
Big 3.
High output alternator.
High output alternator.
Bigger
battery or
second battery. If you can do a Big 3 base. Okay, so Big 3 is a funny one. A lot of these cars, it's tough because changing.
All right, so
wiring around,
if you have to upgrade one at a time,
I'm doing a battery.
you're doing a battery, a second battery.
I'm doing a second battery.
Okay, yeah.
Because the
that's what
second
I was
battery, I have more flexibility with. If I want to just plug it in the wall, I can plug it in the wall. I just feel like I can have more flexibility with the bigger battery.
And
If
then
I'm gonna
after
do-
that, you can upgrade your alternator.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that.
The pointer I give everyone on upgrading their alternator is if you can't do it yourself, then
Call somebody.
don't do it. Because though these alternators are built really well, and they are, they're the thing you have to keep in mind is they are built, okay, by humans. And if your alternator dies, so does your car. It's one of those things that you should learn how to do your own self, because when it breaks, and if it breaks, you're going to need to be able to get to work on Monday, and being able to swap out your alternator is something you're going to want to have to do. As far as tipping capacitors go, no, not a fan. Not a fan at all. Unless you need a voltmeter, it's an easy way to get a voltmeter in the car. Now, some of the hybrid capacitors, like the big capacitor banks, those are legit. But these spray paint cans with meters, those are garbage.
Yeah. Okay. The wire roller
Maximos. Yeah,
That's a
way
great
better. Yeah.
tool for my.
Well, yeah. What do you think we came up with the idea for?
No kidding.
I mean, dude. So here's the. All right, where's it at? So here's the prototype. The original name for it was Dean's Ugly Wire Stick. This is the prototype here.
You put a.
This is why it's not. This is why they're green, because you can't see them. We found that out real quick. When that sits on your workbench, it just disappears. That's why we made them the colors we made them. But this was the original that we made, and I took to the car show that Sunday because I came up with the more.
So this one was like what, 2 years ago?
This one was a while ago.
That was 2 years ago. The idea to make something like that.
Yeah.
And
then
everything happens.
Somebody pissed me off, and so I sped up the process.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically I walked around and I went up to Fernando and I went, smack,
Yeah,
smack,
pretty
smack,
much.
smack, smack,
Yeah.
smack. Look, smack, 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 smack. And then he goes, I hate the name, and
Yeah.
everybody hated the name, and so
Hey, Carlos.
we changed it.
Yeah.
So, but I kept the first one.
Well, when it breaks, you buy another one. That's why you buy two.
Yes, there is a deal on it too.
Right now.
Or it's it's acrylic, glue it back together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Howdy from Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Ground Zero, 6-inch in an Escalade. Didn't need the bang, but want the bump. Any advice? Small space. Okay. So you put the 6-inch in the Escalade?
Saludos, Ruben. Ground Zero 6-inch in an Escalade. Didn't.
I mean, if we're trying to go into that factory box, they all suck.
Factory location?
Yeah, I hate the factory locations in those. I mean, you could just. I mean, it's an Escalade. Put something underneath the back seat, the middle row seat. Most of those you can put something, unless it's a newer one. But even there, pull it.
I would never put nothing in the factory location, like a subwoofer.
Not trying in the factory box. I mean,
Right.
if I pull the factory box, I mean, you could build a better box and put a bigger sub in there.
The reason
but-
why is because I feel that these manufacturers are like made it for that specific subwoofer, right? You're trying to put something bigger. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But whatever.
Most of the time, it doesn't work. Can you make a double cab Toyota Tacoma?
Bass heavy. What subwoofer is behind the rear seat? Depends what kind of Toyota Tacoma you have.
But yes, you can make it bass heavy. Did you see the video we did on the Toyota Tacoma?
Mm-hmm.
We did a whole like 7 or 8 part series on the Toyota Tacoma, and that particular one, I think we went with Rockford P3s.
Yes, P3s.
Shallows and a wedge box behind the seat. However, L7Ts would fit in there also, and you could probably do like a 3 or I'd say probably 3 L7Ts.
Yeah, because Victor's truck has different box.
Because it's a different year.
Because it's a different year. That's what I'm saying.
But you could probably fit 3 L7Ts behind the seat
Probably.
easily.
Yeah. You have to remove the plastic from behind the seats and all that stuff. It's like, check the video. Yeah.
Hey guys, when will Pioneer CarPlay decks come back in stock? Any word on that? The last word we got is they go back into production sometime in July.
Yeah.
So I don't really think you're going to see anything before August.
No.
However, we do have some of the floating screens available. If you're interested, you could give Paul a call, and he will gladly ship them to you. I don't know which one you're looking for, but I saw over there the other day there was like three of the floaters still up on the shelf. I was like, wow, I can't believe we have those. So,
all right, Dean, how do you come up with 1.125 holes spacing on your ruler? Engineer minds want to know.
Because every inch is where I want to put the zip tie. And so if I go to 1 1/8, that gives me that inch between each 1/8 inch or each hole. So I like the 1 inch zip tie every 1 inch. So basically what you're looking at is a hole space, and that'll give me an inch between each zip tie. Because zip ties are about 1/8 of an inch. The hole that we use is 9/64, so it's a little bigger, but that's what you run up with. We made the hole a 5/32 because you could use the bigger drill bit for the 8-inch zip ties. So it's one of those things that yes, the engineering minds want to know, but yeah. I loved engineering. I was great at it. I went to school to be an architect. But
Hey guys,
it got boring.
I have a pop when I turn the car. How can I fix that?
Those are the questions that the world may never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a lollipop and how to turn off amp pop. Amp pop can be a ton of different things, some of which are easily fixed and some of which are not. It has to do with the amplifier turning on and the speed in which it does it. Some cases, the amplifiers are built poorly, and the amplifier itself turning on is what creates the pop because it wasn't designed with a delay built internally, which is causing the problem. Other times, it's messing up between the radio and the amplifier, and that speed between the two and the inrush of signal is causing the pop. Something you can try that is easy enough to do is with a friend or a loved one, go back to your amplifier and unscrew the remote turn on with the car off. Turn the car on, 1, 2, hook the remote turn on back up to the amplifier and see if the pop goes away. If you still get the pop, then that's telling you it's probably something built into the radio and or check your ground because you could be getting a current draw back through the RCAs into the radio, which is causing the pop. If the pop goes away, then what you're looking at is that inrush of current into the amplifier. You're going to need some form of a delay put into that. There are a couple different delays that you can buy. Right now, you have like a TR7 you can create a delay, as well as the Metra makes the trigger. If you want to see something like that, head over to both their pages for corresponding things.
All right. So, hang on right here. If you were going to spend up to $300 on just tweeters, which one will you pick?
I don't know where they're at. Oh, they're over here. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, everything is over there.
I know, I forgot we moved them. Ah, they're buried.
Of course they do. Oh man, you got 1 minute.
I know, I'm hurrying.
30 seconds.
I already have. See, it's the MT450s. Ta-da!
MT450s?
MT450s. These are the Morels. What makes these nice is that they're small enough that they'll fit in most applications, and they're awesome enough that I will love them.
Okay.
So these are the Elate MT450s.
I would pick this one.
Ooh, those are more than $300.
No.
These might actually be more than $300 too. I honestly don't know.
No, I think they are about the same price.
Are they about the same price?
Yeah. It's just because the type of, that's the K2s. That's it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that takes us to
Hang
an
on.
hour.
No, not yet.
What?
Darren dropped 20.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you. Always great content and expert advice. Well done.
Thank
Guys,
you so much.
Thank you. That's it.
Don't run. I'm not running because I'm about ready to fall asleep. This arm, if you notice, isn't doing much throughout this show because it hurts really bad, and I've done everything I can to stay awake through this. I have a bunch of sugar-free candy, which doesn't help much, but I ate it before the show so I could get wired. Some guy asked on the Hi-Fi Vegas show, goes, "Do you smoke weed?" I'm like, how does not? I mean, like, I don't know how many times I've said this. I'm the most boring guy on the face of the earth, man.
Yeah. One more time.
Yes.
Just pop this.
It's there.
There you go. Morels, Maximo Ultras.
For the three-way set?
No, just, I mean.
Well, it was the Maximus, was the one we've been talking about.
Right, no, this is the two-way.
Oh, okay.
This is a two-way, so components,
well, this is the two-way, too.
This is a two-way, yeah, either way.
This is the deal.
Way. Yeah.
This is the badass.
Yeah, so if you want to check this ones. So, checa estos.
There you go.
Están buenos.
All right, guys, it is Saturday night. That makes it all right. She said, "Hey, baby, have you got enough gas?" Oh, yeah. That never gets old. Anyways, DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can go and find all the cool tools. That's right. Like the wire ruler, it ain't on there because you got to go to Mobile Solutions, but some of the links will actually take you to there.
Yeah.
I know, right? hold on. Let me go here and shut this off. There we go. All right, let's go back. Stop. Laptop. All right. Check out Illusion Audio for just head over to their website, check them out, thumb around, it's the weekend, have some fun. Teespring! Teespring.com/store/5stars, a place you can go and find all the cool paraphernalia, shirts, stickers. I don't know if there's stickers on there, but anyways, the shirts are there, and that's a lot of fun to be had. I know Jeff Smith. She one that
Me
says,
too.
I know Fernando. Actually, yours is on here. It says, vote Fernando.
Vote for Fernando.
Yeah, where's it at? Yeah. Oh, there it is, right there. Vote for Fernando. Make America base again. That's right. You too can have a cool piece of swag. I'm forgetting something, but that's okay. Monday night, we'll be back on Facebook, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. It'll be fun.
Yep.
We'll talk more about Side Jag, which is the new show
Yeah.
where we're going to be reviewing movies on Thursday night. Mr. High Five Egg and myself. It'll be after Reverse Polarity. It'll be fun. We're going to... A lot of people are more excited because on Reverse Polarity now we can talk more about car audio. Because
Yeah.
we're gonna just try to move all that nonsense over to that. Not all of it, but some of it. The Sound of Metal, I believe, is the movie we'll be talking about. So
Yes,
if you'd like
correct.
to watch it beforehand, by all means, make sure to check it out. And with that, go forth, be merry, but do yourself a favor. If you're going to do something stupid and you can't make it home,
Yeah.
hire somebody. They have these new services by this company I believe is called Uber, weird name, and Lyft.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Or phone a friend that preferably isn't partying with you. Because we want to see you back
Bro,
here
can you pick me up?
Saturday
Yeah, sure.
for another one of these, and Monday, of course, for that. And you don't want to miss the new show. I mean,
not at all.
come on. It's going to be fun.
Fundamentals.
Ooh, fundamentals. This week, guys, we're going to talk about, I'll give you the heads up, we're going to talk about radio wiring. I know a lot of people out there are like, really? It's gotten so much more complicated than what it used to be, so we thought we'd take this moment and we're going to talk about radio wiring and all the wires and what the new stuff is and all that goodness there. So it'll be, plus we got something cool on What's Cool with Dean and Fernando, so stay tuned for that. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Spay and neuter your pets if you're mean like that.
Wow.
Kiss your wife, kick your dog, or kick your dog. I don't know. You guys
Whatever
know.
you guys want to do.
Have some fun with it all. We'll see ya.
Bye, guys.